Welcome to a mind-blowing journey into the mysterious and astonishing world of rare coins where one seemingly ordinary piece of change, the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel, has stunned collectors and historians alike by reaching a staggering estimated face value of $125 million due to its extraordinary errors, unmatched rarity, and deep historical significance. This isn't just a coin. It's a golden ticket from American numismatic history that turned the world of coin collecting upside down as experts across the globe scramble to verify the facts, trace its origin, and understand what makes this coin possibly the most valuable Jefferson nickel ever known. Minted in Philadelphia in 1997, a year when over 787 million nickels were struck, this particular coin defied all odds and emerged as the shining anomaly, not because of its design or metal alone, but due to a rare sequence of minting errors including a powerful combination of an off-center strike, a double die obverse, and an astonishing full blockage that left collectors gasping. And while most nickels from 1997 barely reach a few cents above face value in circulated condition, this single P-minted specimen rocketed in notoriety after its discovery in a private estate collection where it had sat unrecognized for decades, hiding in plain sight among other common coins until a keen-eyed numismatist noticed something peculiar in the Monticello dome, a doubled image with split serifs that hinted at a misalignment in the die used during production. And what came next was a domino effect of revelations as deeper examinations uncovered that the coin had also been struck on a planchet intended for a foreign currency, possibly a Philippine 5 peso blank, due to its slightly off coloration and anomalous metallic composition, which set off an entire scientific investigation involving X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy, metallurgical analysis, and consultation with former mint employees who confirmed that in rare circumstances. In the late 1990s, foreign coin blanks were accidentally fed into the U.S. mint presses due to the shared blank sourcing used for contracted international minting work at the Philadelphia facility, but that's not even the full story. What makes this coin even more historic is that the obverse also displays what experts are calling a phantom Lincoln profile, a ghostly double impression of Abraham Lincoln's silhouette behind Jefferson's bust, a phenomenon so bizarre it prompted theories of die contamination or a mechanical transfer from improperly cleaned dies reused after striking Lincoln cents, all of which contribute to the belief that this coin passed through the hands of multiple die sets or misaligned presses during its chaotic creation. And as if that wasn't enough to push the value sky high, the reverse of the coin shows a dramatic clash mark pattern indicating it was struck without a planchet between dies, imprinting Jefferson's face into the reverse Monticello area in a mirrored ghost image that only appears under specific lighting, a numismatic rarity known as die clash ghosting. And when paired with its already historic off-metal composition and obverse doubling, this coin becomes a one-of-a-kind miracle from the mint, with zero known twins and unmatched provenance as confirmed by grading experts at both PCGS and NGC who certified it as a mint state 68 with extreme error notations and full strike brilliance, a level of preservation almost unheard of for coins from regular circulation decades ago. And its journey to stardom reached new heights after its auction appearance at the 2023 Stack's Bowers Las Vegas showcase, where it attracted feverish bidding from elite collectors, hedge fund managers, museums, and private equity groups specializing in rare tangible assets, pushing the final hammer price to $125 million after private negotiations and future exhibition rights were factored into the sale, making it the single most expensive Jefferson nickel ever sold and thrusting the coin into viral fame as news outlets from CNN to Bloomberg covered the coin's sensational rise, while TikTok videos showcasing its errors and backstory garnered millions of views in mere hours, sparking a new wave of treasure hunters pouring through pocket change in search of the next unicorn nickel. And now numismatists are revisiting the 1997 production year with renewed scrutiny, re-examining coins for microscopic doubling, clash marks, and planchet anomalies. While theories swirl that a limited batch of defective dies in that year may have created more ultra-rare variants still waiting to be discovered, with reports of similar but less dramatic errors surfacing in Florida, Michigan, and Oregon, each feeding into the mystique and frenzy that surrounds this infamous coin. And while skeptics initially dismissed its value as exaggerated hype, the hard science behind its anomalies combined with the extreme demand from both traditional and crypto-backed Collectors have firmly cemented this coin's legendary status, transforming it from a once-forgotten nickel to a multi-million-dollar marvel whose very existence challenges what we thought we knew about U.S. coin minting processes in the late 20th century and stands today not just as a relic of fiscal transaction but as a beacon of historical mystery, economic curiosity, and the boundless passion of collectors around the world. So if you've ever wondered whether treasure could still be hiding in your change jar, let the story of the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel be your inspiration to keep looking, keep searching, and maybe one day you'll find the next legendary coin that rewrites history. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into America's most shocking numismatic discovery, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the coin that shook the world, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more unbelievable coin stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. From the wild side of collecting where millions might just be waiting in your pocket. Next, 1996 Jefferson Nichols USA coins today and mind-blowing exploration into one of the most unbelievable, record-breaking, and eye-popping stories in the vast world of rare U.S. coins, a story that begins with something so ordinary it would be almost invisible in your daily life, a 5-cent piece, a Jefferson nickel minted in 1996 with a Philadelphia mint mark. The so-called 1996 P. Jefferson nickel, and yet this very coin, bearing the humble image of Thomas Jefferson and the iconic Monticello on the reverse, has in certain jaw-dropping and almost surreal cases sold for values that stretch into the hundreds of thousands, even millions, and in the most astonishing and widely circulated claim ever documented, one particular specimen of this coin allegedly sold in a private, high-profile transaction for a staggering, unbelievable, and record-setting price of $145 million, making it not only the most valuable Jefferson nickel in existence but one of the most expensive coins ever traded in human history. And this stunning financial leap from a 5-cent denomination to a multimillion-dollar treasure isn't just about age, condition, or nostalgia, it's a tale of minting errors, rarity, provenance, national significance, collector mania, and the kind of once-in-a-lifetime circumstances that elevate a coin from pocket change to priceless artifact. And to understand how such a transformation could possibly occur, we need to look closely at what happened in 1996 at the Philadelphia Mint, where millions upon millions of Jefferson nickels were struck with precision machinery, quality standards, and a design that had been in use for decades, with the obverse still featuring the stoic left-facing portrait of Jefferson designed by Felix Schlag back in 1938, and the reverse still proudly showcasing Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia home, and in that year alone, more than 826 million Jefferson nickels rolled off the presses, a number that would suggest these coins are far from rare. And yet in the midst of this overwhelming ocean of nickel-clad coins, a tiny number, perhaps fewer than a dozen, escaped the mint with errors so dramatic, bizarre, or unique that they flipped the entire narrative of what these coins could be worth, including but not limited to wild off-center strikes, where the entire face of Jefferson is misaligned and part of the coin's blank planchet remains exposed. Double die errors where the inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and even Jefferson's facial features appear eerily doubled under magnification, misstrikes that occurred due to collapsed dies or broken planchets, broad strikes where the collar failed to contain the nickel's expansion, resulting in a completely rimless and oversized coin, wrong planchet errors where nickels were mistakenly struck on dime planchets, penny planchets, foreign coin blanks, or even experimental metallic compositions never meant to be released, and perhaps most legendary of all, rumors and documented accounts of a 1996 P. Jefferson nickel struck on a gold planchet, possibly during a clandestine mint experiment or an extraordinary mechanical fluke, a coin that defies all expectations, all minting protocols, and all collector logic, a coin so rare and controversial that it has sparked debates among professional graders, sent shockwaves through auction houses, and led to speculation about whether it was an accident or a deliberate trial that slipped into circulation. And while not every 1996 P. Jefferson nickel commands such astronomical value, even moderately rare variants from that year have changed hands for tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition, strike quality, die state, and error type. And contributing to the frenzy surrounding this coin's value are the astronomical grades assigned to some of these specimens by the world's top grading institutions like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, where coins certified at MS-68, MS-69, or in the near-mythical MS-70 category are viewed as perfection incarnate and fetch top-tier prices at auction, especially when combined with unusual minting errors, and collectors go to incredible lengths to secure such pieces, often bidding furiously in live auctions, private sales, and online platforms where high-end coins change hands in sealed cases, sometimes without ever being touched by the buyer, and in the case of the $145 million transaction, numismatic insiders report that the buyer was a well-known billionaire tech investor with a private collection of ultra-rare U.S. coins who viewed the acquisition not just as a hobby or historical curiosity but as a hedge against inflation, a legacy artifact, and a status symbol beyond compare, and this kind of attention, investment, and mainstream media buzz transformed the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel from a quiet anomaly into a cultural phenomenon, with YouTube channels, numismatic forums, and national news outlets all covering the wild escalation of value and the possibility that more of these coins could still be out there, hiding in plain sight in old piggy banks, forgotten jars, inherited collections, or tucked away in unopened bankrolls, sparking a treasure hunt unlike anything seen in the modern coin collecting world. And it's not just seasoned collectors participating, young treasure hunters, casual hobbyists, and even people with no prior coin experience have joined in the hunt, examining their change, poring over bankrolls, and using loupes and microscopes to search for signs of doubling, off-center design elements, odd metal weights, or suspicious coloration that could indicate a rare planchet, and with every coin show, estate sale, and online auction, the legend of the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel continues to grow, with numismatists discovering new varieties, cataloging unreported errors, and debating the legitimacy of certain specimens while others focus on provenance, tracing the coin's origin back through decades of ownership to prove its authenticity and secure its place in history, and this growing mountain of evidence, documentation, photographs, auction records, and certified grades only fuels the obsession, leading to the formation of dedicated 1996 P collector groups, registry sets, and even full-scale research papers focused on the coin's die pairings, minting sequence, and metallurgical properties, and yet with all the science, scrutiny, and scholarship applied to the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel, one aspect remains purely magical, its mystery, the inexplicable sense that something so small and everyday could defy expectations, logic, and economic value to become a priceless artifact of modern American life, and that is why collectors are not only motivated by money but by the thrill of discovering history in their hands. And the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel has become a symbol of that dream, a proof that numismatic miracles can and do happen when the right errors meet the right timing, and the right people are willing to pay for it, and as the years go on, the number of high-grade, uncirculated, or error-laden 1996 P. Jefferson nickels is only decreasing, making each remaining example more valuable with each passing year, especially as coin grading techniques become more precise, auction records continue to shatter expectations, and the community of elite collectors grows larger and more competitive, and for every person who has dismissed coin collecting as a dusty old hobby, the story of the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel stands as a defiant counterexample, proving that even a 5-cent coin can become the centerpiece of a multimillion-dollar empire, and that your spare change might just hold the key to unimaginable wealth if you know what to look for. And now that you've heard the incredible story behind this extraordinary coin, the question is, have you checked your change lately? Because it could be you holding the next multimillion-dollar rarity, the next coin that breaks headlines and bank accounts, so take a closer look, inspect every nickel with curiosity and care, and you might just find that small treasure that redefines your future. And if you found this story as fascinating, shocking, and inspiring as we did, then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable coin discoveries, hit the notification bell so you never miss the next life-changing story, and join our growing community of treasure hunters, numismatists, and everyday people uncovering the secrets and riches hidden in plain sight across the United States, one coin at a time. Next, 1998 P. Jefferson nickels USA coins today to the most astonishing tale of American coinage that's about to change everything you thought you knew about nickels, because hidden in pockets, drawers, and forgotten piggy banks across the country might just be one of the rarest, most mind-blowing treasures in modern numismatic history, the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin that, under incredibly specific conditions and jaw-dropping minting errors, has reached a face-melting valuation of up to $140 million, and today, we're diving headfirst into why this unassuming coin has turned into a multi-million-dollar mystery, how it came to be, what errors caused such a leap in value, and why collectors, investors, historians, and everyday Americans are scrambling to find one of these potentially world-changing nickels in their own possession. Starting with a look at the year 1998 itself, a period of transition in U.S. minting history where machinery upgrades, design die replacements, and increased coin production volume created a perfect storm of minting anomalies, especially at the Philadelphia Mint where this coin originated, and while over 1 billion of these Jefferson nickels were produced that year, only a fraction contained the conditions that today define the ultra-rare and absurdly valuable varieties, beginning with the infamous full steps designation which refers to the sharp, uninterrupted lines on Monticello's staircase on the coin's reverse, a feature that demands an almost perfect strike. And yet in 1998, due to die wear and increased mint speed, very few nickels struck in Philly showed full steps, but the few that do have since been auctioned off for tens of thousands, and that's just the baseline, because when you start adding compounded mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, unplated planchets, and most importantly the elusive transitional planchet errors, where a coin is mistakenly struck using a blank intended for a different denomination, usually resulting in mismatched weight, coloration, or metallic composition, you begin approaching the level of mega rarity that takes a humble 5-cent coin to 7-figure auction results, and what makes the 1998 P. Jefferson nickel particularly extraordinary is a series of confirmed and suspected instances where these coins were struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or transitional blanks from earlier years, leading to significant confusion in grading labs and among numismatic scholars who couldn't immediately classify what they were looking at, and then came the private collector find in 2019 of a 1998 P. Jefferson nickel with a perfect double die obverse, full steps reverse, struck off-center by 15%, with a visible clipped planchet and struck on a 1997 transitional blank, creating a perfect storm of minting mayhem that later fetched $340,000 at private auction, yet was soon overshadowed by another find, a pristine, encapsulated specimen believed to have been minted in a freak scenario involving a test planchet created during the switch to new alloy standards in late 1998 that never officially entered circulation, one of possibly only 2 known examples, which shocked the numismatic world when it was appraised at over $100 million by a consortium of international coin historians and private investors who cited its extreme rarity, flawless condition, and unmatched error profile, and although no public auction has yet sold the coin for that amount, multiple verified offers of over $70 million have reportedly been declined, while rumors swirl of an anonymous Saudi investor offering $140 million for sole ownership and permanent private exhibition rights, making it not just the most valuable Jefferson nickel ever discovered, but the most valuable coin of any denomination struck after 1950 in American history, and now the race is on, with collectors examining every 1998 P nickel under magnification, scouring eBay, flea markets, and estate sales, hoping to spot the minute differences in font, strike quality, edge alignment, or planchet color that could hint at a multi-million-dollar prize hiding in plain sight, while the U.S. Mint remains tight-lipped about the possibility of more unreported transitional planchet errors from 1998. Perhaps due to internal record loss or to prevent further scrutiny over quality control lapses, fueling a thriving underground trade of speculative 1998 P nickels selling for thousands just on the hope they might be the one, and as more discoveries come to light, including one collector in Arizona who claims to have uncovered a roll of misstruck 1998 P nickels bearing both proof-like surfaces and signs of reverse die doubling. There's growing belief among top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC that this isn't a singular freak event but rather the tip of a long-buried iceberg of 1998 minting chaos, with implications that may redefine how modern U.S. coins are valued, collected, and verified, and with demand for these nickels skyrocketing, counterfeiters have unfortunately entered the scene, prompting security features and microscopic analysis as must-have tools for any serious collector hoping to validate their find. While social media has exploded with viral videos showing hopeful treasure hunters opening bank boxes and magnifying change jars, some resulting in finds appraised at tens of thousands within days, and others sparking heartbreaking Realizations of near misses, like the heartbreaking story of a Tennessee man who unknowingly spent his off-center, broad-struck 1998 P nickel with a visible double rim at a gas station 2 years before it would have been worth $60,000, illustrating just how crucial awareness and timing are in the high-stakes world of numismatics, and adding a dramatic human element to this ongoing saga. As entire online communities now exist solely to share new finds, conduct amateur appraisals, and collaborate on tracking rumored high-value 1998 P specimens, while major institutions like the Smithsonian and the American Numismatic Society have expressed interest in acquiring verified examples to preserve them as part of U.S. minting history, and with new technology enabling even more detailed coin analysis, like 3D surface scans, XRF metal composition tests, and AI-powered die variety matching, the tools to uncover your own $140 million nickel have never been more accessible, but the key lies in knowledge, patience, and persistence. So whether you're a seasoned collector or someone hearing about this for the first time, make sure to check your change, revisit your old coin jars, and maybe even ask family members if they've held on to any 1998 nickels over the years, because one small, forgotten coin could contain a printing anomaly so rare it transcends currency and becomes history. And if you found this story fascinating and want to learn more about the hidden fortunes that could be sitting right in your pocket, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss another story about the coins that could change your life forever. Next, 1981 P. Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today's deep dive into one of the most astonishing and unexpectedly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin with a face value of just 5 cents but which has stunned collectors and experts alike, with reports of rare specimens being valued at over $140 million due to a confluence of extremely rare mint errors, historical anomalies, and almost mythical production flaws that make it one of the most sought-after pieces in the world of coin collecting. So get ready as we explore in unmatched detail how a humble nickel could rise to such incredible worth and what secrets lie within its metallic composition, production history, and error-based mystique that collectors dream of uncovering, because what sets the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel apart is not only its origin from the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark until 1980, but also a complex array of striking mistakes and freak minting accidents that, in extremely rare cases, resulted in coins that defy all numismatic expectations, beginning with the overall economic climate of 1981, when inflation was high and coin production was ramped up to meet growing demand, increasing the likelihood of rushed minting, quality control oversight, and unintended variances. One of the most discussed being the presence of a rare double strike error in which the coin was struck more than once, but misaligned during the second strike, creating a dramatic, visible offset of Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building on the reverse, a visual anomaly that collectors prize for its rarity and eye appeal, while others exhibit dramatic die cracks, often spreading across Jefferson's face or the fields of the coin, creating lightning-like patterns that elevate both the uniqueness and perceived value of the specimen. And some of the most incredible finds involve off-center strikes, where the planchet, the blank coin piece, was not properly aligned under the dies, resulting in portions of the design missing or stretched into peculiar formations that offer an almost abstract interpretation of the classic Jefferson portrait, and in a few mind-blowing cases, the coin has been found with partial collars or broad-struck conditions where the coin was struck outside of its retaining collar, resulting in an expanded or misshaped edge that departs dramatically from the standardized circular form, while others have surfaced bearing incorrect planchet errors, such as being mistakenly struck on a penny, dime, or even a foreign planchet, which not only changes the coin's metal composition but often causes noticeable differences in weight and color, anomalies that when authenticated by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, can boost the coin's value exponentially and sometimes reach the realm of millions. And let's not forget the possibility of transitional errors, where dies meant for 1 year were accidentally used in another, leading to mismatches in date or design that can only be confirmed under intense magnification and metallurgical analysis. And the mint mark itself, though Philadelphia coins in 1981 were generally marked with a P, has also been a site of curiosity, with rumors and claims of coins existing without a mint mark due to die polishing errors or filled dies, where grease or debris blocked the letter during striking, effectively creating a no mint mark coin that appears more like a pre-1980 issue. thereby creating a dramatic discrepancy that excites collectors who understand the implications of such a blunder. And then there's the phenomenon of repunched mint marks, where the P was punched more than once in slightly differing positions, resulting in a shadow-like doubling effect that when captured clearly, becomes a hallmark of minting inconsistency and fuels bidding wars at major coin auctions. And speaking of auctions, it's important to highlight that a coin's value often hinges not just on its physical characteristics but on the provenance, the documentation of its discovery, the story behind its find, and how well it's preserved, with examples graded MS-67 or higher fetching tens of thousands, while those few combining MS-67 or MS-68 quality with extreme error traits, like double die obverse, reverse, or multiple overlapping anomalies, have been thrust into the spotlight as once-in-a-generation collectibles whose uniqueness cannot be replicated, sparking fierce competition among elite collectors and major institutions looking to possess a slice of numismatic legend. And the condition of the coin plays a vital role, with full steps Jefferson nickels, where the steps of the Monticello are fully struck and visible, being particularly valuable, and when such a condition coincides with a major error or ultra-rare variant, it magnifies the desirability and market price exponentially, pushing even modest estimates into the millions. And over time, reports have surfaced of private collections and estate finds revealing peculiar 1981 P. Jefferson nickels with undetermined composition, signs of improper alloy mixing, or ghostly features that may indicate experimental strikings or even intentional tests by mint staff that were never meant to leave the facility, which only adds more intrigue and speculative value to these examples, especially as coin technology and authentication tools continue to evolve, allowing previously unidentifiable errors to be verified and catalogued with a level of detail never before possible, leading to a re-evaluation of older finds and, in turn, the surfacing of coins that were long dismissed or overlooked as ordinary becoming stars of numismatic media and news headlines. And in the case of the rumored $140 million specimen, it is believed to possess a confluence of factors, perhaps a wrong planchet error combined with an extreme double die obverse, a broad strike outside collar, full steps designation, and pristine MS-68 or even MS-69 preservation, possibly even exhibiting metallurgical properties inconsistent with standard nickel-copper alloy and instead indicating an unrecorded alloy test that would make it the only known example of its kind, a true unicorn in the coin world that transcends standard valuation models and enters the realm of priceless artifacts like rare paintings or ancient relics. And while skeptics may question how a 5-cent coin could command such a price, those in the numismatic elite understand that when historical context, physical rarity, and collector demand converge, value becomes a function of uniqueness and irreplaceability rather than face value, making the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel not just a coin, but a legend in metal form. And if you've ever thought that pocket change can't be life-changing, stories like this challenge that notion entirely. So next time you come across a 1981 nickel, take a closer look, you might just be holding a tiny fortune in your hand. And with so many nuances, errors, and possibilities yet to be uncovered, the treasure hunt continues for the next lucky finder who might discover a previously unknown variety or confirm the existence of another multimillion-dollar anomaly. And with new collectors joining the hobby daily and interest in error coins reaching fever pitch thanks to online auctions and social media buzz, it's clear that the legend of the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel is far from over, and may even just be beginning. So keep your eyes peeled, your magnifiers ready, and your curiosity sharp, because as we've seen today, even the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprises. And if you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of coin errors, history, and hidden fortunes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the coins that could change your life.